Hi, how you doing, Taurus? Welcome back to another reading on this channel. So let's get into it for you. Don't forget to check out other star signs in your birth chart, just in case other readings resonate with your situations and things. Yeah, let's get into this, shall we? So it's not right now. You're in the mood. You're not really feeling much energy to come out of your shell about something. You may be bothered about something here. But it says you've told yourself not to speak about it, but you may want to know that you're having more time in your mind than anything to enjoy pleasure. Could be sex, could be lovemaking, could be a bar of chocolate. But it says no wonder you need a glass of wine and to chill. For some of you guys, you may want to drink other alcohols, maybe beer, spirit, whatever. However, it says you need to indulge in something, maybe a nice night out, a restaurant, maybe go out, enjoy yourself. So you might want to do these things, do your hair, your nails, get glammed up, dolled up, whatever. And then it says, right now you're wondering, can you come out of your problems with someone? Because you may be in problems with a narcissistic mental health person and you feel like they're not good enough for you. However, it says, don't speak about them too much. Just allow yourself to have time and room to move past things because you may see things in another way than they do. But it says, warning, you just don't know how to maneuver things in your mind. So you've got to move on past things in a way that you're genuinely giving yourself good food, good drink, good alcohol, and the wish fulfillment you want will come. It's just you've got to warn yourself. Do you like yourself right now, or do you love yourself? Because you may do, but you may need help with things like your mind telling you off that you need help with your mood, with other things. Maybe you have gifted yourself other mood swings. I keep hearing the word gout. I keep hearing the word pancreas. I keep hearing the word coming to you. So some of you guys could be going in for operation soon. Maybe even seeing that you've got problems, thinking it's not going to happen, but it's going to happen in the month of May or June is when you get the information about it. Maybe some of you guys have got the information already, but you need to solve the problem. Some of you guys are getting a snip, or like you're getting maybe a portion of your stomach removed. Maybe you're having weight loss surgery. Some of you guys are getting plastic surgery or some type of hair and nails done, or in a way that you could be doing things that are going to improve your hair and your nails. Like you could be maybe putting in hair extensions, or trying this new hair product. Maybe even seeing that you push new things in your mind to solve the problem with hair loss or whatever. Or it could just be other things that you have going on with your mind. Like some of you guys could be getting your toes done, your nails done, maybe even removing certain things from your toes as well if you feel like you've got bad fungus problems, or whatever it is. However, it says you've got good news anyway. You're trying to solve problems with your mind, your hair, your nails, your lips, your face, anything to do with that. You want to be pampered or prepared, or to solve problems with your skincare routine. Like some of you are doing skincare routine wrong, or you found out that the things you're using are not working and you want to improve these things. And you might even want to impress someone as well with these things, or maybe a person feels like you need to impress them in some way. However, it says don't worry about it, Taurus. You've got good news. With the really bad news coming in, it's Capricorn energy bothering your spirit. Bro, it says, I want to know where you are with my mind. How can you not tell me you haven't got good news yet? It says someone here wants to know, do you have money to give them, or do you want to pay them, or do you want to help yourself with problems? And it says, do you know this person may come to you with bad news, bad odor problems, bad issues, bad mind, but they won't want to know that you're not going to give them good news with the payment or the money, or something to do with their head saying they should just leave you to it. But it says, do you know I'm not talking to you? So when I'm ready to pay you, I will give you good news. However, I'm not talking to you right now. So if I feel like giving you money, I will give it to you, but I'm just not giving it to you right now. And I feel like I'm warning myself this as well, is what this person is saying. However, it says they're in a mood today, so they may pick on you with whatever they can just to get your attention. Because it said this person is bothered. And when you realize they're bothered for no reason at all whatsoever, it says time to warn yourself not to speak about them or even to destroy them with problems. Just try to remove your mindset from them. And if you can, give yourself better news in the ending of the year, the ending of the month, by giving them a nice lump sum of money, because you're going to get a good outcome with that by the ending of the year. There's something that's going to borrow time in your mind to make it, and it actually works out in your favor. Like you've made lots of money and you didn't know it was going to work out, but it just worked out. Taurus. Okay, so you might decide to play with them a little bit right now, but you're going to give them good news by the ending of the year. And it says, bloody hell, you didn't know it was going to work out in your favor in that way, but it just did. So you get good news, but it says, warning, try and trust yourself with things that you want, and then realize you'll get good news anyway. So you will get those clarities in the next 2 weeks or a month. But right now, you just need time to heal, meditate. You may need peace and quiet right now. Just things are bothering you way too much. So you need a little time on your own to just get over things and make sure that you feel good, look good, and allow yourself to be good in your mind. In Libra's energy at times too, when you want to kind of look at things in a way you could balance things out. It says karma comes with that energy a little bit because their energy is stuffy right now. So don't lean on them too much in their energy, but try to warn yourself. You've got good news with Scorpio. You've got good news with Capricorn a little bit, not too much. And you've got good news with Aries, who wants to know your mindset is chilled right now. So you can tap into their mind a little bit if you want to take a risk and go somewhere, do something, or maybe even see a movie. Go and see Michael Jackson. For some of you guys that know, Michael Jackson is out in the movies right now, premiering or just looking good in the cinema, taking your time to go and have a meal, whatever. Okay. It says something to do with you using more energy in your mind. You may want to use something, but you may not want it there either. It says a condom is sitting around in your mind, and it says a child keeps looking at it like, what the hell are you doing with that? And it's like, well, hello, I'm an adult. I can use it for whatever I want. Why do you keep looking at me like, do you not know adults use these things? Do you want me to practice things in your head to let you know how to use it when you're older? Is that what you want to know? Do you want me to teach you as your mum or your dad? And it says not to worry about them. They're just curious or bothering you with things that they've got in their mind. So it says solve your problem with them. Let them get over it, because time is of the essence for you to move around things a little bit and maybe tidy up, just change out things, because this person can be moody at times, and very moody is their mind. It says they're not really worried about that, but they've got problems with their mindset bullying you at times or being moody around you. But it says if this person continues to bruise your ego too much or punish you, punish them with things too. Let them know they're not having it. And on top of it, let them see that you're not going to give them anything or bother them anymore, because their time is of the essence to move on. It says a sibling of theirs or of yours could be bothering you too. And it says no one is getting on your nerves more than your life, or children in fact. But it says they know they want to bother you, and you know you want to bother them, or you don't want to bother them but they feel like you want to bother them. But it says you don't, you really don't. You actually want peace, you want harmony, you want time to spend on your own, seeing that you look good, Taurus. So you don't really have time for them. You want to challenge no one. And speaking of this, you want to relax in your basking energy of glory, and generosity could come if you do have it to give, but you just don't really have much to give right now. You feel like your energy doesn't want to give, or your time doesn't want to give, or your maturity just doesn't feel like showing up for everybody in a way that you can handle everyone's personal affairs or problem solving, or, you know, any intuition of theirs that could come out and say, well, mind your business, but I need your help. You know, because right now people can be a bit concerned with being private. But it says not really if they want you involved in their business way too much, and you just don't have the energy anyway. So it says, warning, try to solve yourself with Scorpio's energy, who loves you so much right now. They want to take the time to get to know you. They want to see that your witchy poo energy comes out, because they sometimes need you to clarify certain wisdom, knowledge, warning yourself that you could be a wise owl. And then at times they want to know that you could be very steady and calm at things and not stress about it too much either. Or just take the time to enjoy life and spend a little, save a lot, you know, kind of enjoy life like that. But it says, try to warn yourself that you've got good news. Being a Scorpio energy in your native sign, for some of you guys, doesn't show that you've got bad news if you want to use that energy. And it says all of you guys that don't have it, you may have good news with your liabilities around Aries and Taurus's energy together, like the combination. And then some of you guys witness things in Gemini, which is gel cells, which is not keen on your mind, but it's practical for some of you that are bothered right now in there, or you're bothered that you could go in there, or like you've just come out of there, or you feel like you don't want to go there again, so you're trying to behave. Okay, so it says, warning, try to behave more. don't let anyone bother you too much, because you could end up in there or end up in a problem if you're not careful. And it says people know this as well because of things that you've gone through or been mindful about and may have been a bit reckless with as well. So try to warn yourself to have better news and not worry about things too much. But other than that, it says good news is here, and you will be there in your mind wondering, can you mark your territory around a word game or a person that could come up in your mind, maybe even seeing them in another way with another person. And it says these people need to let go of their problems. They keep holding on to your mind for whatever reason. Have you seen her? Have you seen him? Someone's looking for you. And it could be you asking this question or someone asking around you or looking for you through these two people, or these two people are looking for you. Maybe one of them more than the other. And it says a person blaming themselves a lot should stop doing that, because this person never knew that you would go so far into hiding or even see yourself as a problem to yourself that you needed support. And it says, why do you pour out problems in your mind like that to people that don't respect you? But it says, do you know this was ages ago? How am I supposed to know if the person was going to respect me or not? And even if he has problems today, is it because he still fancies me? It says there's someone that sold their soul to dealing with you in a bad way. And they warn themselves never to come back to you with the mind game that they wanted to play on you because you came to the wrong person about the information. However, jealousy is striking this person dead because they know they saw you once upon a time with someone else and they shouldn't have, because they realized they were in love with you once upon a time too. But it says, do you know this shouldn't bother you? Why are you so hung up over me? And then to pass it on to another person that's hung up on you too. Like they had a go, or they were with you once upon a time, and two of them know each other as well. In fact, there's three of them that you could have been with. Like you were passed around in the opinion of someone's, but it's not true. It's like, you know, these men fancied you to the point you had all their friends or family members of two people could have been in the mindset. Like you was dating one family member, then you dated another. Or you dated two friends at different occasions, or three friends even at different occasions, or they just acquaintances of each other. They don't really see each other as friends, but they know each other. And it says, why did you do that so much to the point they're judging you in that way? And it says, do you know something? I never asked for you to step in, open up your mouth about what you did with me or where you was with me. However, it says you was very young at the time, so I wouldn't bully you. But it says, do you know you're bullying yourself because you look dumb? Are you pressed about the situation? Are you burdened? And it says, do you know how hard it is to let go of something in my head when I hear about it? Because I'm mega jealous. And it says this person, beginning with the letter J, by the way, it might be a different letter. It could be J or G, or for some of you guys, there's a word Jerome. And it says there's another person called J for Jacob, and also J for Jonathan. And there's another word for J for Jeremiah, I think. Maybe Jeremiah. Some of you guys as well, could be a James. Some of you guys could be in a problem with this person. But it says, warning, it could be the Jerome person. This is very specific. But it says they know why, because they shouldn't have opened up their mouth and spoke to somebody about your business. And it's a female, but she starts fights or she looks for problems. But she's looking for you in your 40s being mad. Can you imagine? Like, they're all big people. She's probably like nearly 50 and she's mad. And he's mad as well in his 40s. And then the other two, close to 40 and in the 40s, are mad about the situation. It's like, well, why are you so pressed about when it happened, or why it went on? And like, who the hell are these people bothering your spirit or even talking about you behind your back so blatantly or harshly or horribly, or even in their mind, only because their mental health says, well, ain't you an adult with adult children, and wondering where your children are and wondering, can they get your children involved? Do you know this is a serious matter? And it says anytime they want to manifest problems, they have to look at their children, because your children wouldn't be involved. And it doesn't say that your children are ever going to be involved, but it says these men are thugs, and they're wannabe thugs at times because they're bloody old. They shouldn't even be looking at the thug game anymore like that. They're not street men. once like they used to be, and they were never really proper street men. As much as they weren't out gang banging or doing anything really, really bad. They were just immature and really, like, you know, moody and streetwear and, you know, kind of fuggy way of mentality and the way they speak and accents and pride, ego versus negativity, smoking weed, hanging on the blocks, looking at each other like, duh, what are we doing? You know, and you were really young probably when you got with these people. But it says one of them, you took them into the life of yours as an adult. And it says you've had a kid with one of them, or maybe a friend of theirs. However, it says they're bothered. All of them are bothered because they heard through the grapevine that you was with one of them and you slept with one and you made children with one and you went off and you laughed at them. It says this man says he don't know where it is. But if you ever came across him in the street, he would laugh at you so hard to the point where he doesn't know why he's even laughing, because he's just malice in his mind and jealous. Like you've had a baby with someone who doesn't really care too much about being around the child often. Maybe they come around often now. Maybe they don't come around often at all. Maybe they come around often, but they don't get to see what's going on. However, it says this man is very jealous that he had to hear through the grapevine that you would have married such a good looking man and he couldn't have been the one to give you good news like that. And it says, sorry, I even treated you that way. And it says, I know I wouldn't tell you sorry in person, but bloody hell, what was I thinking trying to be around people my age group and your age group even that wanted to murder your head or murder their heads on why you. And it says, even the woman that doesn't speak much, but she wonders what happened to you. Her name could be beginning with an S. She's a very snaky woman. It says she doesn't want to know why you even went there with the person, but why you? What made you so special? However, she was dating someone you were dating, but after you went off with someone better looking than her person that you were dating. And it says, well, why you? Why not you, honey? The thing is, you're better looking than any of these females. You're better in your mind than them. And at the same time, sexually, you must have been giving it to the person the way they wanted. Maybe spiritually giving them something to look forward to. And mentally holding on to the pride and the ego of both of you, enjoying marriage one day, communicating more children, having love, and many, many other things that could come into it. And you know this person is pressed, this woman. She says she doesn't want to get into it too deeply, but the man that's more bothered because you was dating that man, and he talks to her regularly. He says he's so bothered by it that it's bothering her because she speaks to him and he divulged everything. Mind you, not much was said, but enough was said to the point where she's gone and spoken about it to her head to laugh at you, but make fun of him because he's so interested in you now more than her with the outcome, because he's pressed at the situation with when he dumped you for her or cheated on you with her. And it says now it's all showing in his mind, like, can you not see that I should have never done that to you? But it says truly and honestly, we were young. I don't care. I am Taurus, and some of you guys are hanging around a Scorpio that could be doing this as well, or they done this, or it could be an Aries or a Gemini. For some of you guys that have friends that talk about this information or wonder, does these things happen behind you, or, you know, could the information come out through the grapevine now? Have you heard about it? Is there gossip? It says some of you guys are speaking about it, but you don't know why this person's so bothered. This was like 20 years ago or 30 years ago, like when you were kids. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that could come out of the situation. It says bothered them. Obviously, you were dating when you was a teenager. But as you got older, you probably had a child maybe in your 20s. You know, but it says warning. They would have never have known if you didn't go around talking about this person or asking questions about him, or maybe even looking for him or trying to find out information, or wondering if he could be there more for his child if you didn't see the man that much. Or if you did see him, why is it that you're so bothered? And then it says, well, this woman says she's pressed so badly. The one that begins with an S. And there's another one. She's a very, very bad snake. She begins with an I. And it says all of them seem to be bothered. Yeah, she could begin with an A as well. Like for some of you guys, it could be an I, A, Z, or a U. And even an S. But like, maybe it's a Z. Could be a Z. But it says some of you guys, really and truly, they are snaking on your mind. They don't know how to move off of it. And they keep looking at you like, bloody hell, you had the best thing since sliced bread. Anyone could tell that that man was very reserved. He was very respectable in his community. He was good looking. He was tall. He was sexy. Like, some of them wouldn't mind being around your mindset on why he chose you. But it says, why wouldn't he choose you? What's the matter with them? Why they couldn't understand it? And where is it going with this, Taurus? Why is these people so jealous of you? Why are they murdering their heads on why you? The thing is, it doesn't matter if it's you. It says blessings are coming to your mind because your ancestors are helping you with this situation. Your mind says, well, someone could be your mom or aunt. But it's also not just that. There's a friend that sticks up for you like, whoa, okay, this friend really backs you up. So they want to know why these people are so cold towards you, so pressed, so evil. When you was nice to them, you wasn't nasty to them at all. You was very kind to them, very caring, very loving, very intelligent, very, very equal to them as well. You weren't indifferent or anything like that. So why are they mad? It says they warn themselves not to get too close, but they're mad. And you know something? 2 or 3 of them are madly in love with you behind your back. Like, it's like, I didn't like her to begin with, and I still slept with her, or I was there with her, touching her, or I kissed her, or I was around her. But bloody hell, now that years have gone by, I am in love with this woman because I keep hearing about her, or I thought about her too much, or people keep telling me about her. And it's like, why now? And why are you so pressed? What, because you heard information? Or is it that you remember the good times? It's more so because they lost out on a good thing. They know they lost out on a good thing. And it says they wouldn't want to hear anything else but that in their minds. So the trouble is that you and Scorpio's energy are similar in the mindset of one of them, which is October born. That one is the worst out of all of them. He doesn't know how to come to you and speak to you directly, but he realized he never got to you. He never got to you in your mind about things because he's a narcissist, and he never got with you because he wasn't allowed to. Even if he had a slight crush on you or liked you or thought about it once or twice, it says one of them does know that you could have problems with that person because the female that he was seeing was your very closest friend at the time or around the time. So you could have been friends with them. You could have been friends with his female. You could have been friends with his mom, his dad, maybe even his brothers, or, you know, you could have just been around like friends. But it says that one is bothered more than anyone, and he's never been with you, and he's bothered, extremely bothered. To the point it's like temp power bothered. Like, he's bothered to the hell and back. Like, why is that one so pressed? And he's going around gossiping about you behind your back. This person doesn't know why he's doing it other than the warning he could have got with you and it never happened, or someone put a hex on him or a spell on him to make him think that way, because he's warned. Like, you are worried about the situation, are you? But it says, do you know these people don't even know who this woman is that he laid down with and had a baby with? She's got riddles in her star sign. She's also got riddles in her drive, like her sex life. And she's also got problems with her outlaws and in-laws and her mental health. So there is it's like a 666 energy. 666, almost like devil, Satan, but it's like a mental health warlock on him, as well as an obsession to drive him crazy with her stigma, her war, her energy, her mental health, her laughing vagina, and everything else that's going on around her in her mind. She's weird, phony, funky, evil, dirty, and bothered. So when she has to look at herself like, why am I teasing this woman for this man? Because she may have done some things to you to upset you with this man, okay, in the past. Not really now, but it says in the past. But she wouldn't mind still getting her kicks because of other things that she feels like you may have done to her over the years, or just said certain things and it bothered her. Now she's worried that it's going to come back and bite her in the next 2 days or a week, because someone said that she's getting way too involved in the situation. She talks too much and she's got problems with the same person that's your partner or his friends or his friend. And it says they know why, because she's been spreading lies, gossip, and going around and chatting too much shit about you and about people and about problems, to the point now she's the one that's getting laughed at or even meddling in her mind that she could get boxed in her face, slapped, kicked, punched, or hurt because she's been talking too much about you to the wrong source. That's how much someone's got your back, because you don't seem to be around. You're off the ends, or you're not around in their environment. Like, you're not even allowed to be in certain people's environment, apparently, but you're not even around them. And you're not even trying to go around them, even if you're not allowed in certain people's environments. It says these people would have targeted you for murder. How? For what? Do you know people are just nasty and negative and evil mental health to the point where they would hurt you for no reason? And it says this woman's now looking for the opportunity to finish the job off of what she did to you many years ago. But for what? This is how sick some people are. So if you had a fight with her many years ago when you were young, like a teenager, she's now in her 40s, almost 50, wanting to punch you in your face now or harm you now or like really finish the job. Because she warned herself, if you ever touch her again while she's mad in her head for whatever happened at the time that she had the fight with you the last time, it could have been while she was heavily pregnant, but she started the problem. She says, I know I should have finished her off because she was warning me she would have dragged me and harmed me. And I said, do you know something? This woman doesn't know how to speak to her directly, but I brought her into the drama, and it's another woman, and she may not speak about it, but it's a friend of a friend, i.e. your friend and her friend, but they're both friends now, or they were friends, and they're coming to see what the problem is now in your mindset because they speak to another source that's friends or family members to that other source who is connected to your ex-friend that wants to beat you up. It says it's stupid the way it's going ringing around the roses like a pocket full of fucking dopamine, smacking the veins, crackhead, bloody heroin addicts. Yeah? Excuse my language. It says these people are crazy. They're looking for ways to beat themselves down with whatever problems they got. And it says if they ever get a problem pushed on you so far that one of them says, do you know what? I'm getting myself in the wrong crowd, because she's more reserved. There's one of them that's so reserved that she only takes care of family. Like, she only looks after the kids, or she's there to be godparent, or she's only there to be loving and caring. But she's warned herself, don't get mixed up with that personal traitor, that hater, that she's close to her family. She's close to her kids because she decided to play godparent or auntie to them. Yeah, or cousins or whatever they play in their head. It says they know they shouldn't be getting involved with you that way. They should pick on someone else and not to bother you, because things could come out of the woodworks that they're hearing as well with a person of the law. Like, it says this person could be in the law where they're actually a judge, they're a ruler, or they've got like lawyers or things that could harm them, or this person's like a prison cell buddy. Like, someone could go to prison along with this person because he's always in and out of jail, or he's mad, or he gets people into trouble, he's a shit starter, you know, he does things to communicate death wishes for people, or harms them, physically hurts them, punishes them, does negativity. It says some of you guys are going through that energy with someone where that person is around. They would stick up for you, they would help you, but it says warning, why would you want to go so far and bother this person? This Taurus person, why would you want to do that to the point where you're stubborn? Like, do you not know that we're big people now? We need to stop doing certain things to destroy other people's love and outcome and, you know, festivity and happiness. Like, why do you keep looking for problems? These people are grown-ups as well. Like, they keep looking for war. Like, they ain't got nothing better to do in their life. They want problems. It says, do you know these people have stuffy noses? Like, they're not going to stop warring with you or each other, but they're stuck up. They think they're too good, or their two shoes, you know, their two shoes are pointier than yours. Like, they think that they're so blessed as well, more than you. They think their hair's longer, their tits are bouncier, their butts are rounder, their legs are longer and slimmer or sexier, their waist is skinnier. Do you know what I mean? They think these things. It's not that it's true. It's that they think they're the creme de la creme of the cremes of the cremes, and they're nothing to do with anything better than you. So they're warning themselves. If they see you on the street or on the road, it's on, or they're scared to say it's on, but they're tidying their mind to say it could be on, or it's a lie, because they want to laugh at you behind your back with other people that are laughing at you behind your back, and they're all clanging together to laugh and make fun of it by saying all these malicious things about you. So it says not to worry, Taurus, they're all going to get their comments. And it says November, that they're going to get a lot of envy or problems or comments in November, December and January, and even April of next year and the years after, because if they keep going into the mindset about it, they're going to get problems, ongoing problems. And it says not to worry about these people. Even your children are not going to be bothered. You don't have nothing to worry about with your family members or anyone. It says keep your head up high, keep loving yourself, and keep loving the systematic ways that you value, because people absolutely adore you and trust you and want to know that they're your friend. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, my lovies. I'll speak to you again in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.